Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a simple contoured eye with black liner. I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and I apply it all over the face starting at the nose and working my way out. This is Chanel Matte Lumiere in shade number 30 and a beauty blender. The beauty blender absorbs water like a sponge, and this works to our benefit because if the blender is moist, it will absorb less of your foundation, and therefore making your bottle of foundation last longer. The best way to apply it is to put the foundation on the back of your hand, and then use the blender to apply it to your face. The smaller pointed end is good for places like your nose and your eyes, and the wide part can be used on places like the forehead, the cheeks, the chin, and it's really wonderful for blending and getting a smooth finish. This is Makeup Forever's Full Cover Concealer in shade number 6. I apply the concealer under my eyes and on any pimples I have, using my finger to blend evenly. This is Sigma's Brow and Lash number E80 brush. This is Maybelline New York Brow Pencil in medium brown, and I've used this for quite some time because it's the only brown pencil I've been able to find that has a nice warm red tint to it. And I like this pencil because it holds a really long time and it applies really clean. This is Sonia Kashuk's Brow Kit in shade number 12 Arch Alert. It has 4 different shades in it that range from blonde to brown. It also has this beautiful red shade in it that I am applying with Sigma's Angled Brow Brush. I really love this because it has a nice red tint to it that's not too brown and not too orange. I fill in the brows and then I use the brush to go along the outsides of the brow to create a nice crisp line. I'm using Stila's Prime Pot in shade Taffy. With my ring finger, I apply this from lashes to brows and from inner corner to outer corner. This is a pigment from a brand called Naked Cosmetics. It's from their Sierra Nevada collection and it's shade number 1. I use a flat thin brush to pat this all over the lid. I also put it on the inner eye. When you put a shimmering light color on the inner eye, it gives the eyes a wider appearance and they look as if they're sparkling. I will now be using the brown from a Chanel quad called Spices. With my Cosette crease brush, I take the brown and I start at the outer corner and I work my way in. I always apply lighter because you can always go back and make it darker. I usually go over it 4 or 5, even 6 times until I get the depth that I'd like. After I've gotten the color that I'd like, I use a blending brush from Cosette and I blend it out so that there is no hard line. And sometimes if I've blended a little too much, I go back with my shade number 1 and reapply. I'm using a flat ivory color from Too Faced Naked Eye collection, and I apply it to my brow bone. I then use Sonia Kashuk's small multi-purpose brush to blend the color I have applied to my brow bone. Finally, I'm using a pigment from Naked Cosmetics in a matte black. This is from their Sierra Nevada collection in shade number 6. I apply this strictly to the outer corner of my eye. If I have some excess on the brush, I will drag it along the crease toward the center of my eye. I then go back with my Sonia Kashuk Small Multipurpose and blend the black that I've just applied. Now I'm going to repeat the same process on my other eye. A helpful tip when you're applying mineral shadow to the lids is to apply a slightly larger amount of loose powder underneath your eyes so that way if there's any fallout, you can easily brush it off when you're done. I'm applying a waterproof cream liner from Sephora in a black shade called Must Have with my Kryolan Professional Detail Brush in number Art 3503. When applying cream liner, I usually create a grounding point in the center of my lid. I'll then start at the outer end of my lashes and pull that in towards the center. Once that line is finished, I start at the inner end and pull towards the center. And you want to stay as close to the lashes as possible. I also like to pull the liner out a little bit past the lashes to create a cat eye effect. I'm using a mascara I really love by Rimmel called Scandaleyes. It has a fat brush and it applies really easily. Remember to start on your bottom lashes, and then once those are dry, apply to your top. When you're applying mascara to your top lashes, remember to wiggle the wand at the base of your lashes and then drag out towards the tips. This will make your lashes appear fuller. I usually apply at least 2 or 3 coats of mascara. This mascara does not clump as you apply multiple layers. Here's my final product for the eyes. It's wearable for every day, and you can amp it up for the evening to make the colors a bit darker. This is my lip tar from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics in shade Memento. Apply this to bare, dry lips. The lip tars work like stains and hold for hours. On top of the lip tar, I'm applying MAC lip gloss in shade Oyster Girl. I use Oyster Girl often in the center of the lips to create depth and fullness. It's a very sexy neutral shade. And that's it. That's the final look. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check us out at abeautyloft.com.